Hey bloomers, welcome to Blue Lotus Vibes, where we bloom even harder every day.
We bloom even harder every day. Stay locked in, don't lose focus. We pivot through storms, still find a way. Mind flowing, I stay in motion. From the craft room to the world outside. Every cut, every press, yeah, I'm chosen. Blue Lotus vibes, we live our truth with pride. I'm building something real and I know it.
Good morning, good morning. Welcome in, everyone. I am Blue Lotus Vibes. This is After Dark, early morning. I hope that everyone is having a wonderful morning. As it says in the intro, we bloom even harder every day. So without further ado, we're not going to tarry too long. We're going to go ahead and go right into it. So, when we were on yesterday's live, I did have one or two people in the comments that was asking about DTF. I do not have a DTF printer. However, I do the DTF hack. So I'm going to show you the items that I do use in doing the DTF hack. Of course, you have to have a printer. I have an Epson ET2800 printer. I do have sublimation ink in it. You will also need the DTF transfer film, and that is what I have right here. I have the glossy ones, and these are the 815 by 14 inches. I do have tape, so I'm going to show you a couple of tips and tricks I use. I do have your regular painter's tape. Of course, you might need scissors. I'm going to use gloves as well. I'm going to use the powder that you have to have when you're doing any type of DTF period. You have to have powder. So I have the DTF white medium powder. I'm going to use a bucket to put it in. So I have my bucket back here. I'm going to use a plastic bag to put under it to keep my area clean. And most people have like a curing oven, or either they might use their heat press to cure theirs in. Well, however, I am going to use my hand Cricut, and I'm going to show you how I do that as well. So we're going to get right into it. Good morning. How is everyone doing? Those in the bushes, thank you for coming. I greatly appreciate you. How is your morning going? I'm going to move all this stuff out the way because we don't need that at this very moment. And of course, you have to have your items that you're going to put it on. So I have two t-shirts. Now, when you're doing the DTF hack, this is tip number one. If you are using a dark shirt, you're going to have some type of base on the back of it. So if I was to do this on darker material, you would very well have to go with like maybe vinyl or something that's like a carrier for it so that it will show up. Now this is a lighter shirt. Like this is a gray. I have used like a light blue, maybe about this color blue. I have used a pink. So if you're going to do black like this, you would definitely have to make sure that you had some type of carrier. I'm not going to do that at this very moment today, but we will get into that. So let's keep going. So like I said yesterday, if you were in here, what I did was I actually have in my Etsy shop, I do have some DTF or sublimation, so you can use it for either. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to go right into it, and I'm going to show you. Okay, so I'm going to move this out the way for right now because we don't need it. And I'm going to go and share my screen. Let's go. Window. And let's go down here. And let me see if you can see that. I'm looking on my other screen to see if y'all can see that. You can't see it yet. Let me come back down. Let me go entire screen. Entire screen again. Hit share. And let's come right into. Now we are going to go in the silhouette. I'm trying to see if we're in silhouette yet. Okay, so we're not. Let me come back again. Oh, it looked like we're going. I'm just ahead of time. Okay, so we are in the screen now. What I did was I pulled out one of the pictures because it's always best to have like a mock-up so that you can see. So I'll make that big so you can see. So this one right here, when I said it yesterday, that whenever I have something that I really like to say on the show, I'm going to make sure that I've already have the t-shirt for it. So one of my favorite sayings is been there, done that, got the t-shirt for it. So as you can see, this is already in my Etsy shop. Okay. And then I have two other ones. I haven't decided which one I want to put on the other shirt or not. But it also says Queen there, done that, crown different. So I have those as well in the Etsy shop. But this one right here, I also have as a unisex. So you also have the men's type as well as the female's type. And let me see how I want to do this to go on Etsy. So let me see if I can go on Etsy and y'all can still see it. And we'll just run through the back part real quick if it'll allow me to show it. And we will go to listings. Okay, it is showing. Okay, so this shirt right here, like I said, been there, done that, got the t-shirt for it. Let's hit click on Etsy real quick. I'm going to scroll down. And as you see, I have it in my shop for men as well as females. So you won't just get one shirt. You'll get two. So this is the male one. I have the video as well. So that's them together. Let me just show you like this. So if you can see, the men's is slightly different from the female. So the female has pink in hers. The man has blue in his. Okay, so that would be that one. And then the one that I also have, let me come out of here. Let me go here. Queen had done that. This is one of the other shirts that I have. Like I said, I haven't decided whether I want to put that on a shirt or not. You can also put it on other items, a bag, a dress as you just seen them. So it does not necessarily have to be on, that particular item. Here's the other one that I have. And let me find this shirt. I think it's this one. No, not this one. We'll come out of that one. And we will go to the one that I have out. So this is a whole pack right here. You get, I think I have 6 or 7 shirts and 3 bonus. So it would be this right here. It's 8 signature ones and 3 extra bonus looks. So we're going to go back and I'm trying to pull up the one I do have out already. No. That's how it is when you're trying to, here it is. So this is the one I do have out that I want to do today. And it says, refill my picture with peace, no drama, no stress, no negativity, just peace. So that is the one we're going to work on. Like I said, I already have it out and I have it on my board. We will go ahead and take this picture out. I was just showing y'all the mock-up. Now, when you are doing DTF, you want to make sure that you have your actual template to fit the size that you will need it to fit as far as the film. Like my film is 8.5 by 14. So I'm not going to make my design exactly 8.5. Why? Because I only have this area right here. As you can see, this gray box. So whenever you're dealing with your DTF, your sublimation, anything like that, you want to make sure that you give yourself some room when you're printing. So I think I'm pretty much going to do this one. And let's see. And I know I want to do this one right here, definitely. Or do I want to do those two? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do these two. Okay, so when you set it up, as you can see, I already have it on the screen. Here is my sizes right here. So my width is 8 because I don't want to do it exactly at 8.5 like I stated. And then I have it, my height at 11. I'm going to go up here and lock it. I'm going to make sure it's straight. Now, when you're doing DTF, sublimation, you have to mirror. Not unless your printer already automatically takes and mirror it for you. You want to make sure you mirror it. Being that I have a new system, it's set up, I have to take and mirror mine. So I'm going to flip horizontal. Now my shirt is ready and it's on the right side that it should be because it will be laying down on there. Okay, we're going to go over here to File and I will go to Print. But before I do that, I need to come back on the screen to show y'all exactly what I was talking about when I said to you that there are tips and tricks that will help you when you get ready. Although I have mine loaded in the printer, I'm going to show you what I do to mine to allow it to be able to go through and not get stuck in the printer. So what I do is I take my film, I take it out. Now when you look at the pack, it automatically says print side. So you want to make sure that you keep that facing up and you do not make a mistake and turn it over. Okay, so this is the print side. It does feel rough. We're going to turn that upside down like that. So you are now looking at the back, which is the very glossy side. Welcome in, whoever that is coming in. Thank you for coming in. I greatly appreciate you. How are you this morning? We're going to take our tape. And like I said, this is regular painter's tape. I'm going to take out enough, not too much. I'm going to take out enough. I'm going to take my scissors. We're going to cut just straight across it. And what you're doing is basically creating like an anchor, a ledge, or whatever you might want to call it. And let me move this down so y'all can see that. Give us an extra little light. And you just want to put it, you don't have to put it exactly at the bottom. As long as it is close enough. And you want to make sure it's flat. So we would take and make that flat. And this in turn will go straight in the printer in the back. You want that facing the back part. You want what's actually going to be printed on. You want that facing you. So like I said, I already have mine in my printer. So I don't need to put them in here. But I wanted to show you that step. Because that step is very important when it comes to the tips and tricks that I do. Like I said, everyone is different. Everybody may do theirs in a different way, but I do mine like that so that I do not get mine caught up inside the printer. I'm going to go ahead and set up the other things that we need as well for our things. So I'm going to go ahead and put a pair of gloves on. So I'm going to go ahead and also set up my area so that we have something over top of the area so it does not get the extra powder on it. I also have a lint roller, y'all. I use a lint roller a lot. So being that we have this right here, that's heat. We don't want for that heat to get to that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this over here off to the side like this. And I'm going to take and put my bucket here as well, like this. All right. And now when I get ready to pour, I'm going to wait until I get my item to put it in here first. And once I put it in here, then I will pour the powder over top of it. So let me get my mouse back now. We're going to move this up. Like I said, we don't want to get no heat on it. And we're going to take and go over here to Silhouette again. And I probably have to come back in. Let me see. So let me take this back down. Let me go back to sharing again. Let me hit that, share. We're going to say entire screen. And we're going to say that. And we're going to hit share. Okay. So now we're back on the entire screen again. Now, we already mirrored that. So what I'm going to do is go up here to my printer. That's under File and Silhouette. We're going to go for the word print. I'm going to slide and make sure everything is in place. And it looked like it's not. So I'm just going to slightly move this up some. I'm going to go over here to the word File again. I'm going to hit print. And yeah, we should be fine. I'm going to hit the word print. It's going to bring up all your print properties. I used to be able to go in here and I had like a little side piece to let me know whether my thing was mirrored or not. It's not. So I'm still going to go ahead and hit the word print. And we're going to keep it moving. My printer is already ready. My printer is already set up. So we're going to just keep it moving. Welcome in, whoever that is watching. You're in the bushes. I greatly appreciate you. How are you doing this morning? Hope you're having a wonderful morning. All right, so we're going to go ahead and print. I'm going to go ahead and put my gloves on while we're waiting for that to print. Let me move everything over. And the reason why I'm saying move everything over because I'm going to go ahead and print off both of my items first before I take and powder them. And I will show you that. I also have, what is this called? The paper. Instead of butcher paper, I have parchment paper instead. So we're going to definitely use parchment paper, and I will show you that as well. I'm going to put one over here. So let me put this like this. And I'm not going to touch them yet because I'm going to show you each step. But however, as soon as that comes out, I need to make sure I don't touch it and that I place it over out the way while we print our other one. So while we're waiting for that to print, I'm going to go ahead and flip this one as well. So we'll be already ready. We're going to flip that horizontal as well. That's already printing. We're going to move that one out of place and put this one right into place. I'm going to also go up here to File, hit Print. Check it out, making sure we're in good. And then I will hit Print in a minute as soon as that one comes out. And we'll be already set up and ready to go. We'll be already in place. But we're going to go ahead and wait for that one to come out. How is everybody doing this morning? I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Sipping me a little bit of tea while we're waiting. Another important thing when you're dealing with this powder, you want to make sure that you kind of keep it contained. You don't want it to go all over the place. A lot of people use face masks. A lot of people use gloves. It is to your own discretion. I'm going to say it like that. In my opinion, to your own discretion if you want to use all of these items or not. but you want to make sure that you be safe in using this powder. Okay? Like I said, I'm doing the hack. I'm not doing the actual DTF itself. But I'm going to show you how I do mine. Okay? We're going to keep this moving. But we're almost finished printing because I wanted to show you how I print mine and not just go ahead and print it ahead of time. Show you the steps so you'll know exactly what to do. We're going to wait for that one to come out. I'm going to hit print for that one. While that one is going, I got everything set up. I was going to say I could show you how to do that, but I'd rather be fully on screen for you to see everything piece by piece. So we'll just wait until that finishes and then we'll be ready. Okay, so this is almost finished printing. Like I say, you want to be careful with this. You want to make sure you do not put your hands on this at all in any type of way. So what I'm going to do is basically make sure that when I hear it get ready to come out, want to catch it too. You don't want it to fall. Okay? Because I have let this fall a couple of times. I told y'all before, been there, done that, got the t-shirt forward. So a lot of times, if somebody can tell you a few tips and tricks to make it easier for you, sometimes it's okay to do that, okay? It's going to help you out in the long run. Okay, so we're almost finished printing. I'm just trying to get my hands together, but you don't want to pull it. Make sure you do not pull it. But I can pretty much see my design coming out. I'm going to show you how the design look. Like I said, you want to make sure you do not touch the design. And this is how it looks. It looks backwards. But when you turn it over and you lay it down on your shirt, it will be facing and going the right way. At the time, I'm just going to take and put this one right here. We're going to hit print. We're going to print the other one. And we're going to keep this Hush Puppy rolling. All right, so I'm going to hit print on that. We're going to print this. And we're going to keep it going. All right, so I'm waiting for the other one to load up and get itself together. All right. Okay. Come on, baby. All right, printing. Okay, so I showed y'all these steps. I don't need to show y'all this again. Y'all pretty much got that. Let's come on back on the screen and let's go ahead and knock this Hush Puppy out, okay? All right, so now we are going to making sure I don't hit this mouse because, honey, I've hit that mouse too many times, okay? So now we're going to go ahead. We have our bucket in front of us. We have our gloves on. We have our powder, okay? So what I want to do first is take off the tape. Remember, that's a part of the tip and trick to making sure that our printer does not eat up our product. So in taking off the tape, you still want to be careful. So we're going to take and do it like this. And let me make sure y'all can see it. Okay, so I'm going to hold this like this. And with the other hand, I'm going to take my time, get a piece or a corner of the tape. And I'm just going to take that tape off. Now, I probably should have did this before I put my gloves on. But I just wanted to be already ready. How about that? So we're going to take and go in here like this. Make a pinch. Grab our tape off. And you want to, like I said, be careful because you don't want to smudge your print. And we're just going to take and roll it off the back like that. Hold on to it. Move the tape out the way because we don't need this anymore. And because this print is kind of long and I don't need the full one, I'm going to just do myself a favor, making sure I don't touch anything. I'm going to put that down in the bucket like that. Take my scissors and cut the bottom of this off. Because we don't need that. That's just extra. It's just in the way. And it is not needed. Okay, so as we have that right there, I'm going to throw that away. Now I'm going to place my item down into the bucket. So we'll place this in the bucket. Making sure you don't touch anything. Okay. Now that we have the item down in the bucket, I'm going to just pour a little bit. You don't need a whole lot. But you want to make sure, like I said before, your area is covered. You don't want particles flying everywhere. So don't take and just shake, shake, shake like you're shaking some chicken or something. Okay. Just want to shake a little bit down inside the bucket. And as you can see, I'm going right on top. And that's enough. Okay. So then to make sure that it doesn't take and go everywhere, I'm just going to take my time and close it up like that. Okay. Now, this is important. You still do not want to touch your item. So I'm going to go up here in the corners. I'm going to go across the back. If you can see, my hand is on the back. And we're going to take this and we're going to take and go gently like this. Come down like that. And what you're basically doing is making sure that you coat this completely. Whatever your design is, you want to coat this completely. This is your glue that's going to cause it to be able to stick onto whatever item that you will be putting it on. So we're going to keep going like this. All right. And once you coat this, you just want to give it a small little shake, not too much, just a small little shake. Okay. So I'm going to take and shake this down. Like I said, I'm just coating this real good. Oh, there go our other design. He's already ready. And I'm just going to shake that right in my bucket. Uh-oh. The thing went totally that way. Okay. My bad, y'all. And then you just want to shake because you're just shaking off the extra. Like I said before, you still don't want to touch that. And this is how it'll look, fully coated. All right, so I'm going to move this off to the side. And now we're going to do our other one. And then we're going to go on to our curing process of how I cure bags. Once again, this is our other print. As you can see, we got extra piece again down here. We're going to take this and cut it off. You want to be careful. Be careful with your design that you don't touch anything. Okay? All right, so we are finished with that part. And once again, we're going to take the tape off. Going to go down in the bucket. And I'm going to go ahead and kind of scoop up what I already have. Because there's no need in having to put a whole lot more over top of this. Because you can actually take this and put that back inside of your container to reuse. Now, when it starts getting clumps in it, then it's time for you to go ahead and throw it away and just use nothing but, okay, y'all. So this is starting to work me, this one little glove. We're going to go ahead and take him off because he's in the way. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do like this. Take my tape off the back. And we're going to keep this hush puppy rolling. Okay. Then I'm going to show you how I cure it with my Cricut. Okay, I really put this tape on here, y'all, because this tape saying, girl, it is not coming off. But I just want to get a nice little corner going. There we go. Now, my design is kind of up at the top, so I want to definitely be careful not to smudge this, because remember, this is sublimation ink I'm using. And we do not want it to smear, okay? So we're going to take this like this. Make sure I'm being careful with it. And we're going to go into our bucket. I'm going to take and kind of move this over to the side. This is our powder. I'm going to go in and scoop up from that way. And not touching any of my design. I'm going to go in the same method, making sure that I completely coat everything, not missing anything we're going to coat everything, making sure all of the glue is completely on here. And if you're not sure and you feel like you need to go back in, just go back in and dip some more up and make sure that it is completely coated, because if it is not, you will know. You will definitely know when you go ahead and do your design that you missed something. Okay, so we did everything completely. We're going to get at a shake again. Another thing, in storing my bucket, I always take and put a bag over top of this because I don't want any of the particles to be flying. And let me make sure I did that. Okay, let's go back one more time because I'm feeling like at the bottom, I'm kind of missing a piece of it in the picture part. So we're going to go ahead and do it a little shake. Give it a little once over again. And we're going to do like that. Okay. So now this is how it should look again with all of the glue completely on there. We're going to move this off to the side for a minute. And I'm going to go ahead and just move this. I'm going to go ahead and just put this bag over top. Once again, like I said, you want to make sure your powder is closed back up. And I always take and put another bag over top of this. So let me pull out my other bag. And I'm just going to put this in a bag. Okay? And close it up. You want to keep it safe. Out your way. Okay? All right. And I'm going to put that up in a minute. We're going to move that out the way. So now I'm going to take the bucket. I'm just going to take and cover this up like this for right now. And I will come back and put it back in the bag later. But for now, I just want to cover it up so it is out of the way. Now, another thing I want to do is I want to make sure that we don't have any extra residue on our mat. I'm going to move this up. I'm going to take a wipe and I'm going to just wipe right here. So it can be any type of wipe. Family Dollar, Almighty, how they say Almighty Walmart. And I'm just going to wipe the area to make sure we good. Okay. All right. And wipe my hands. Now I have a self-healing mat. And a lot of times when you use self-healing mats, they can pucker up under heat like mine is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this little mat that I have. And that's going to pretty much be like a barrier in between. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this heat press. You're going to see it, my heat press. Let me make sure you can see. All right, like that. Okay. So I'm going to take my heat press. We're going to move this up. And what I'm basically going to do is use this as my cure. Like they put them in a curing oven if you have DTF. I'm going to cut it on. This is up too high. I don't need it up that high. So I'm going to go ahead and hit my temperature. And we're going to take this down. And I'm going to say about 300. Because I shouldn't fully have to use it, the full 300 as far as the heating up. Because a lot of times this is a good press. You just got to press down so hard. But it's a good press. Now what I do is I flip it upside down. This is also a carrier and a cradle. So it keeps the direct heat from actually being on your table or any type of surface that you're using. Another thing, I'm going to go ahead and make sure I don't mess up my print. I'm going to go ahead and put this on top, and you're going to see what I'm talking about as far as how quick and how good this works as a good, like, little oven. But we're not putting it in the oven. But this is our oven. How about that? I'm going to go ahead And what I use is one glove. Once I find out where I put it at, I'm going to use one glove because just in case I have to move it around, and I don't want my hands to be on fire, okay? I don't want my hands to be on fire, okay? So we got our glove on. I'm going to take and move this around a little bit once it heats up, and then we'll be ready. So if you had to use your actual heat press, you have to make sure that you just hover over top. And I'm going to see if this one will actually do that for me this time, because I tried it before and it was so. It was so. It didn't fully heat up the way I needed it to heat up. So I'm going to go ahead and see if it will actually do that while I'm trying to cure this one. We'll come back and look at this one. But you want it to hover over. You do not want it to actually be